Hello everyone, welcome back to another YouTube video. So first and foremost, huge apologies. We've had a little bit of a bad time recently. So I haven't been doing all the videos. I know I put out the community post. I do have all the footage from the last like 5 or 6 wars. But I just haven't really managed to get time between falling ill myself. I'm still feeling the effects of it now, and also sadly having a bit of a family situation where unfortunately we lost someone quite close to us. Again, like I said before, it's a game. You put these things into perspective, and unfortunately I just decided I was going to try and step away to try and be with the family and stuff and be supportive and try and look after myself and the people around me at this time. So that's why I've been quite absent. I do apologize for that, but I thought I made the right decision. I still think I do, so I'm obviously going to stick by it and back it. Right here, I'm going to put on the rewards video from the season as a whole. And spoiler alert, I did die in one war towards the end of the season. I think it was like War 9 or War 10. So I'm going to include that full war, just so people can see, and I'm not hiding deaths, because I really don't care about hiding deaths. It was partly an assignment thing because it wasn't the best matchup in the world, but we make do with it. I tried my best. It didn't work, and everybody learned from it. I put the video in the chat that we have within the alliance, and people straight away were like, "Thank you very much for doing that. It's a good lesson." Blah blah blah. So it was good that we did it. And I did the fight and recorded it and didn't do it. But anyway, going for the 2 Cosmic Nexuses here, and I was praying for Hulkling. Him, Odin, Cersei, Hyperion, any of them. But no, I don't mind. Black Bolt and King Groot, both new champions. When King Groot gets the dupe and stuff, 100% he'll go to rank 3 as a minimum. Very good champion now. And I can't really fault that. We're going to open up a few more features here. I've had some decent-ish luck with the features recently. Pulled and duped Gore. Galen I've pulled but not duped yet. Shang-Chi I've pulled and now duped, which is great. I'm just looking for negatives. About the only non-featured that I'm looking for now. Can't moan at more Sigs and Archangel. Never going to moan at that. The higher and sooner I can get him up towards the 113 mark, the better for Archangel himself. Sorry, apologies. So yeah, as you can still hear, I've still this really annoying cough that seems to still be biting me in the arse the whole way through this illness, and still carrying on. So this is where I actually awakened Shang-Chi. So really happy with that. I didn't even have him before this featured crystal. So that's been perfect for me. He's a champion that I really wanted for a long time. People like Blaze in SSX, Naz in SSX, and a few others really use him and use him well. And then people obviously like Sweatier and stuff just go the other level of ridiculous with Shang-Chi. Jason Jabari Gaming, again, is also another player that I see quite a lot using them and using and abusing every single trait and ability that Shang-Chi has. So, yeah, Hulkbuster dupe, I'm not really too bothered. But I just kind of wanted to put this video together to kind of summarize what's been going off, what's happening, why I've not been uploading. Again, I know I put the community post on, but I didn't really want to say too much at the time. Especially because when I put the community post on, it was very soon after we just had the news, and it was still very like sore and sensitive, and I should have already been editing videos at that time, but the way that obviously the family were at that point, it felt quite right to just completely, for the most part, put the game down. Still do what I can for everybody in my alliance and where I can, but also ask them to kind of be patient with me, understand that it's rough. Things like this are never easy, and you kind of want to still help people where you can in the game, but at the same time, again, like I said, remember it is a game. So we've had lots of travelling around since then, and fair play to SSX, especially for Battle Group 1. They've been an absolute dream to be around, especially this last couple of weeks where it's been quite tough, just because of how nice they've been, and the fact that they've been so accommodating to me. It's really, really been so good. So I thank you very much. In terms of this fight here, this fight with Claire, as long as you boost, you should be pretty safe. Now, it's got all the Mystic Ward stuff and whatever, so you can't really nullify all his power gains and whatever like you want to. But I'll get myself into the Incinerate here, and then I'm just going to absolutely go to town, throw this, finally take away his power gain, to take away the Cold Snap being applied to me. Finally. And then we can just rinse through the rest of the fight like it is now. You can see here that as soon as this Cold Snap comes back up, we're going to start getting the armor break here, or as soon as the power game comes back up, and then as soon as we take it away, it disappears again. So for people that didn't know that about the Arcus mechanics, that's the way he works. If I remember rightly, yeah, so this is 14 hours in. So I think this was like 5 or 6 a.m. I think I'm doing these fights. I think I literally just woke up. And I was like, right, let me get these done. Let me move. Let me get everyone else cleared. And then we can just carry on. Everyone carry on. Do what we need to do. So, here we have Archangel versus Sasquatch. Now, this is a pretty steady fight. This wasn't the most concerning fight for me, so I didn't even bother to really pay too much attention. I knew Archangel should breeze through it anyway. The only problem is that with this node, people are putting Mystics here because obviously you gain a Fury whenever you knock them down. You see here, and then Mystic Dispersion and stuff like that's going to kick in. But it's Archangel against the Sasquatch. As long as you can get a couple of Neurotoxins, you should be pretty set. Now again, ideally if I was a higher signature level, the node would be completely shut off here and whatever else. And I wouldn't even need to be worried, and the fight would be even smoother than what this is. But it's still going pretty steady. Just baiting out Sasquatch's special ones, taking no risks. He goes stun, or he's stunned there, so I'm just going to throw this quickly before he hits the Wrath. Now he's in Wrath, so he's unstunnable, but the fight is already done. Well, the main part's done anyway. So, yeah, not too bad. This next fight was one that I was partly concerned about. I have seen people many times fall into a trap on an EMP modification node where they've used Nimrod on a kitty because of how many buffs you gain, things like that. It sometimes doesn't work too well. I mean, if they start throwing specials and you get powered, like it used to be that you get power drain too, and if they hit you, they do massive damage to you. You see my boost here, this is no suicides, just a rank 3 Nimrod. I think at this time he was like Sig 40, Sig 60. I know he's up to like 100 and something now, but I'm pretty sure at this point he was still only like 40. So anyway, the game plan was to hit the Eradicate Protocol straight away, try not to trigger any more armors, remove as many prowess as I can, just in case she throws a special, because it could still hurt. You're going to see now I get up to the 10, throw this special 2, and we just kind of go for it. And it was as easy as that. So the nuke tactic worked. Thank God that wasn't the death. So one more fight for me this war, which is this Gore. And we're going to go into this, and we're going to plan to use Archangel. So the plan is Neurotoxin, shut him down, end the fight. Can't use Black Widow Clairvoyant on this node because of the return policy, I believe it is. So he gains so much power, and how many buffs he has wouldn't really make it work. You can see here I'm kind of looking at the screen thinking, right, playing the plan in my head. This is how I need to do this, I need to do this. Right, okay. Main goal, just keep the Neurotoxins. That is the main goal throughout this whole fight. As long as I keep the Neurotoxins on, once I start getting them, I win. Because there's regen and whatever else. So here, I throw the special 1, you can see the Neurotoxins are on, the Falter was up, so he couldn't even hit me. Fantastic. We get the Neurotoxins, we stop the healing, and we're going through. So 30 seconds in, he's down to 50%. You're thinking, oh, this is great. We're actually flying. We get another poison there. There's still a Neurotoxin. Should have probably heavied there and punished slightly. And we finally get a couple of debuffs on us, and you see they are hitting hard. Right, these are not messing around. Now we've got the fault time on us, but the neurotoxin stopped it the first time, so we're all good. And he's down to like 15%. But you can see here that I'm just running out of them. He's got a lot of power. Don't really want to push him to special 2. I'd rather him go special 1 where I could. And this is where the fight then starts to go crazy. Here, I was pretty sure I hit block, or at least, but I didn't. Now I get faulted, and now he's just slapping me with debuffs. And there's nothing at this point I can do. I've watched him just regen from 14, 15% all the way up to 50 very, very quickly. Every time he hits me, he's putting even more debuffs on, and you can see that Archangel's health is just dropping. And I die. So, we were so close, but yet so far. So, a message before this war from the Alliance officers was that like no more sort of like rage reviving. Just take your time, send videos in, and get things fully understood before you go back in. And I can say in one sense that this wasn't a rage revive. I was just like, oh, okay, that sucks. RNG wasn't on my side. My officers know that I wouldn't have gone back into it unless I was pretty sure I was going to be okay. So we're going to go back here now. I think if I remember right, I also put a combat region on. Again, this was a good, like, at least 7 to 9 days ago now. It's a good time. So my combat regen to try and at least top me back up to full. And the plan was just to kind of do it the same as last time, but he's only on 35% now. So when I start attacking him and then putting the bleeds and whatever on, that's when the regen's going to come. There, I missed a parry. So now I just need to get a poison. I need to get a poison for the neurotoxins, or else this fight was just a waste. Now, this fight, since then, we've obviously discussed it between ourselves, and I can't imagine an Archangel will ever be assigned for this fight again. But the second time, you can see there, once you have a few neurotoxins, he does make it a lot easier, but you just need to get them neurotoxins. But yeah, that's the war, that's the death, that's my video, and I will see you in the future. Thank you very much, and I hope everybody understands.